Sound levels okay as well. Excellent. So first of all, can you tell me about yourself and also Etisalat?
Well, let me talk about the company first. Everyone knows Etisalat. It's the largest telecommunication operator in the region, one of the top 10 telcos in the world. And I've been very fortunate to have been in the telco industry for a long time, more than 25 years, having worked across the US, Japan, London, India, and short-term stints in Thailand and Brazil, and of course Dubai for the last 5.5 years. So I lead the small and medium business for Etisalat, both the sales and marketing for the small and medium business. So that's who I am.
Okay, and what's your views on the best routes for an SME to get finance?
I think there are many routes. There are many known traditional routes that SMBs can get finance. The obvious one being angel investors, the mom and pop and your friends, that sort of angel investors. Or you could go the formal route for venture capitalists. But there are other alternative sources of financing which most startups don't even think about. For example, you can do factoring, and you can get advance invoicing for your bills that some major company owes you. Or you can do leasing for your capital equipment purchase. And even simple things like office furnitures and trucks and stuff like that. So there are many different ways of financing that SMBs do. And of course, Dubai being the engine of economic hub for the region, fortunately for us, the banks are also seeing, the banks and venture capitalists are seeing a tremendous potential. So I'm really bullish for the startups and SMBs seeking finance in this market.
Excellent. Well, we're delighted to have you here at this event today. Can you explain to me the benefits of events like this for the SME community?
Sure. Beyond the obvious ones of networking and getting information, and networking not just for the sake of networking, SMBs get to meet their peers and understand the challenges. And also, those challenges and those peers could probably connect you to others who could give them additional business or help them secure financing or help them secure a certain sort of expertise that they're looking for. So it is a tremendous opportunity for SMBs to get together and because there's a collective problems that they're facing, all collective. So I believe it's a wonderful thing to do, and they should do more of it, not less of it.
Excellent. In your opinion, what's the strategic issues facing SMEs currently?
Of course, SMEs face many issues, which you all know, with bootstrap capital that they have. The obvious one is financing, because cash is king. But there are some other non-obvious ones that they need to think about. First and foremost, the most important thing they need is access to large companies, because it's a paradox that they have today. The paradox is that when large companies purchase, they do not normally look at an SME, and the reason for that is that SMEs do not have the credibility or the experience and stuff like that. But I think it behooves upon the large company to support the SMBs and to give them a kickstart, the reference point, if you may, because the economy is that it is the SMEs that actually are the drivers of the economy, the engine of growth for the economy that generates more business for the large companies from banks and telcos and hotels and others, because more people are employed. So I think SMBs have a challenge in getting business, and it would really be great if large companies can give that opportunity. And last but not least, people matter. How you do the hiring of people really matter, and they need to hire what I call epic candidates, emotionally and practically intelligent candidates, which I'll talk more perhaps another time. But hiring is key.
Okay. Do you believe that we're starting to see SMEs get more interested in areas such as innovation and entrepreneurship? And will this help them to attract more finance?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a chicken and egg case, because SMBs, normally you need to have innovation entrepreneurship that requires great educational facilities, tax haven, IP protection to draw the right level of funding and the right level of people to come into it. But we in the UAE, we are very fortunate, because the UAE is not just serving the populace surrounding this region, within the Gulf region or the Middle Eastern countries. The UAE actually serves over 3 billion people. I know it might sound stupendous, but think about it. Any multinational that wants to do business with South Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, or even all the emerging Middle East, you call it Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, of course, Syria will come back. All these wonderful companies, Turkish, everybody, even Africa, untouched Africa, they all would like to do this business out of the UAE. So imagine the level of entrepreneurship and innovation that comes in the market because of that. And that pulls more money, and I'm really bullish for the SMBs and the startups that are doing business in this region.
Thank you very much for your time, John. That was
It's my
brilliant.
pleasure.